But we live now.
Right. Making a Twitter post real quick. So I figure for sure we'll do Andor and Tales of the Jedi.
Yep.
Do you want to talk about some of the early reactions of Black Panther?
Man, they've been doing a lot about stuff about that. I think it's more important for us to do James Gunn, and then, I mean, I don't know, because when I was watching E-Man, everyone's saying it's a great movie, so I'm like, I don't even know if I want to. Yeah, it's going to be a good movie. It's just not what we want. We're going to watch it, and exactly what I was feeling is going to happen. I'll be like, yeah, good movie. Just not what I thought. I thought I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
I didn't actually see E-Man's reaction, honestly.
I did. I was
saw
watching
like his immediate reaction, but I didn't see his thought out reaction.
He hasn't made a thought out one yet.
Oh, okay. So I saw his immediate one.
Yeah. Like right out of the theater. I was watching because right at midnight I was down here anyway doing some stuff, and who was it? John Campia went live with like opinion, like what do you think, Wakanda Watch or whatever the hell he called it, like, so it was like the first reactions. And then I was also watching in Just My Opinion. I was watching him, and
I watch Everything Always, and I watched him last night.
Oh, he was on it too.
He was like crying. Like, just got back, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm still kind of like torn between that. You know what I mean? Like yeah, it's sad because we're
mourning Chadwick Boseman. It's sad parts, but it's overall is good.
Yeah. I heard good things. I've been avoiding spoilers. My thing was like, is Namor good? And I heard yes.
No, I heard he was amazing. He's one of the best parts of the whole thing.
Yeah. So that was kind of interesting. And then I kind of want to see, like, is anybody talking like how many post-credit scenes? I heard just one post-credit scene.
I can only see one.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if there's two, like a mid-credit scene and then something at the end to set up.
No, because they kept on saying it's almost 3 hours long. So I can't see them having
wait another 10 minutes.
People be like, oh, mother. Yeah. I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
It's like a full 3 hours. Like, okay. But I mean, the James Gunn thing is interesting. I don't know how it's going to work, but especially because they no longer do a DCEU. They're not a DCU.
Yeah, which makes so much more sense, man.
Why did they have to do the E? Because we didn't want to like MCU. Who gives a crap?
Yeah,
that's just.
Because I never got that because it was DCEU. So it's like, DC for defective Detective Comics Extended Universe. But I'm like, if that's the extended universe, then what's the normal universe, right? Because it has to be something that you extend, right? Well, I don't know. I never got that.
And then I don't know if you read anything about the whole thing with James Gunn. So the Batman is not part of the DCU.
Yeah, which makes
sense. And they're gonna let the showrunners actually keep on running that and have nothing to do with it. That's why Ben Affleck signed another 3-movie deal. What
did he?
That's what they said.
Where you want to start, or you want to officially start it and let's talk about that since we're already
since we already did. Why not?
Yeah, and I'll finish this up.
All right. I'm gonna start it. Here we go, guys. And welcome back to another episode of Spoiler Kings. It's me, Brian the Grizzly, along with here Tank Kramer. Here we go, man. I mean, there's been so much information coming out in the last 2 days. I'm
2
just been
days,
like
yeah.
been overwhelmed by how much stuff we could talk about. But honestly, I'm just going to start it right now with the DCU hiring James Gunn to run the film cinematic part of be the CEO for the cinematic part of the company. So I thought that was cool, and in fact, I'm glad that we finally have a DC like unit, like a side for just them.
Yeah.
Like they're finally doing it right. A production studio.
Yeah. It's James Gunn and Peter Safran.
Yeah, so Safran is going to be doing the other stuff. They said Safran has the back. He understands how they already do things in Warner Brothers. He's going to be able to handle the business part, and then we're going to have more of James Gunn handling the cinematic part.
Yeah. But I mean, this whole they're in charge of
How's
film,
it going? House of Nerd
TV.
show.
Hey, what's up, House of Nerd? But yeah, they're in charge of film, TV, and animation.
Yep.
And animation. My big thing when I saw animation, the first thing I thought was the animated Batman animated series, like the continuation that they canceled. I can't remember the name. I was like, ooh, are we getting that back? So I don't know.
I mean, DC does the best animated stuff, so I mean I'm all for that.
Oh yeah, here's Colt Lords. Did Ben Affleck? Did I read Ben Affleck is back? That's what you were
what
saying.
I read was that he signed another 3-movie deal. So he's going to be in The Flash. He's going to be in Aquaman. And he's going to do a 3-movie solo deal.
Solo or just like 3 somewhere else?
Of Batman. Of Batman movies.
I can see that. I man, having James Gunn there, I think is so much better because like right now, this is probably the best news that DC's had in a while. Plus the numbers and reviews that Black Adam wound up getting. Critics hated it, but the audience loved it,
and they're still loving it. I think Black Adam is going to blow numbers out of the water. Things that we never even thought would be possible.
Yeah, if true hype. It's I like Ben Affleck's Batman. I don't have my damn soundboard.
It makes more sense to me. I always thought Ben Affleck being such a big guy just makes more sense, right?
Yeah,
like it just made sense that he can actually do the things that you see Batman do.
Yeah. I mean, you don't, and you can easily say like, oh yeah, he's been around the block already for a while.
Yep.
And we were like, all right, cool. You don't need to show Ben Affleck becoming Batman. We got how many? 4 movies now of Batman becoming Batman. So it's like, let's show Batman, beat down, tired, old, kind of over it. That's the one I want to see.
Yeah, I mean that's the one you're going to believe that's a leader, right? So if they ever do Justice League or do any of that stuff, an older Batman that's more of a leader makes more sense.
Yep. Yeah.
But as I was telling you before, so they're keeping the Batman as not part of DCU. So the Batman is just its own entity.
Yeah, and Joker,
yeah,
and Joker. So which is not a bad idea. I think if they want to go down that route, that should be fine because then you can have the DCU and have like all the main characters and stuff, but then you can have like one shots. I mean, kind of like how comic books do, where they're like, oh, here's the main storyline, and then here's like, oh, here's a random story about this and that and stuff like that.
But I think that would be cool. Still going to have his own movies, so that's why it's like he just signed a 3-movie deal just to like do Justice League. They said it's going to be like he's going to have some solo films. Yeah. So this is just weird.
Yeah. So he's saying Affleck is his favorite. I don't know which one's my favorite. I do like the whole look of Batfleck. I just like that whole vibe he gives off. Yeah. As a DC fan, they need to cancel everything. I think James Gunn. I like James Gunn.
James Gunn's going to do okay, but
it could get weird.
Yeah,
really quick, really quick.
I mean, look at Suicide Squad. I mean, look at what he's done with a lot. He's going to take some. There's nothing in DC that's going to be off the table. That's what I'm going to tell you guys.
Yeah,
everything in DC, we're not going to just see Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman. We're going to see all type of people. all type of craziness going on.
Yeah, I mean, he did that in Guardians. You know, he made Fate a was it Taser Face or Laser Face or whatever the hell?
Taser face.
Yeah. So
I can't believe I looked in the mirror and you said
yeah.
this is a kick-ass name. Taser
I like
face.
that it's separate, like Elseworld films. Yeah, exactly like Elseworlds. That would be super cool. Or DC Black Label.
Yeah,
I think they could do something like that. You know, like, oh, here's this, and then here's these little things. You know, then you allow other characters and other actors to kind of go a little weird with things if they wanted to. You know, like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is amazing, but I don't ever see that.
it would never go well with real Batman.
Yeah, you know, like, he needs to be his own thing, his own story and stuff. You know, the whole thing with the musical sequel sounds awesome. Actually, you know, like,
you can watch that. Let me know how that was.
I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be like him. It's all in his head. You know, it's all in his head, and he's going crazy.
I just don't like
more
Joaquin
crazy.
Phoenix.
Really?
I've never liked him.
Really? What?
I just don't like him. Like I look at him, he has a punchable face to me. Just want to punch him in the face. Like I just don't like him. I don't know.
Yeah, I like him. James Gunn is the first step. Step the vision. Step 2 writers and storyboards.
Yep. So
the vision.
James is first step. I understand that writers are going to be important, but you know what? James Gunn has never had that problem.
I think he's definitely a man with a plan, and he knows how to kind of stick to it mostly. You know,
my concern is he's only co-CEO, so that means what's the other guy's name again?
Peter Safran.
Peter Safran has worked for Warner Brothers for years.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably the corporate man, the way that they can hold him back. You know what I'm saying? Like they can, if he goes too far at the deep end, they could like pull him back. Isn't that what they did in the 80s? They had like 3 guys that are running all DC,
kind of in charge.
Yeah,
I mean he's been
went too far and they pulled him back.
Yeah, I guess he was he's a producer, but he did the Suicide Squad with James Gunn, so I guess they already have But he's done some other, The Conjuring 2013. Aquaman, the new Aquaman,
the one who made the Conjuring universe, the entire universe.
I'm not.
He's
sure.
like the main guy, I believe. So I believe all that, the Nun, all those,
the
whole universe.
Yeah,
he's done those all.
Yeah. He's been involved in all of those, crazy stuff. But all really like Shazam and all the other kind of movies as well. So it's. I'm trying to see if there's anything like really, really great that pops out.
I mean, the other thing is, so they said the Flash is basically going to be, they're going to do it. It's basically going to be a one-off because they're going to do a soft boot immediately, just immediately. So anything they do past this is going to be soft booted immediately.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Oh, he produced Martyrs, but he produced the American version of Martyrs, which sucks. But it's all.
But look, the Conjuring universe is pretty good. Yeah, give us some props to that.
No, Conjuring is amazing. I love the Conjuring. Martyrs, the Italian. I think it's Italian version, or France. I forgot Italian. That one's amazing. It's one of the best ones. The English one sucks, but yeah. No, he's been around. So, like, I think they can work well together.
I hope so. I mean, it always starts off good.
Yeah, they need.
I like what James Gunn did with Peacemaker. Everyone likes that, right? I mean, James Gunn did amazing with Peacemaker. Derpy says, I'd cancel the Batman universe and Joker, hire Reeves, Phillips Snyder, and Machete in charge of Flash plus animation team writers to make those storyboards. I would take all the animation writers and let them create the first couple stories. Because, as I said, DC animation has been the best animation for years.
Yeah.
I mean, literally,
since we were kids, man. Since we were kids.
For decades, they've been the best. And they've been putting out great shows. And Mask of the Phantasm is still one of my all-time favorite movies. And like, I always wanted a live version of that. I thought that story would have been perfect.
Man, that would be amazing.
But I think that should be doing. If they continue the Snyderverse, they're not. James Gunn already said that. There has to be a tone change that's balanced. They're not going to continue the Snyderverse.
No, they're going to continue the characters.
The characters.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone likes what he did with the characters, and it makes sense. And they're doing a good job of casting. They're doing a terrible job of writing and directing.
Yeah.
But now James Gunn is going to kind of try to tighten that up.
Yeah.
This is how I would do it if I had so-called phase 1. I understand you, Derpy.
Yeah. Yeah. Snyder did good stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't like his vision of what was going forward.
Mm-hmm.
With Batman and Lois having a kid and Superman getting mad, like all that was like going to be
That's too much.
Too much. Exactly, too much. Even if it happens within 10, 12 years, you need to stick to the fundamental of what the characters. And I know Brandon's not here, and he always says like Superman needs to be Superman. He doesn't need to be dark Superman. You know what I mean? So
I always agree with that when I see that.
Yeah. And Henry Cavill came out today. Was it today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
With the video, and he's like, "Hey, listen, if you saw the movie, and I'm excited to be back." So I was like, "Oh shit!" And he seemed happy, So I think he really enjoyed playing Superman. But I think James Gunn would understand, like Superman needs to be over the top, goody. You know what I mean? Because that's what Superman is.
Does that make sense though? Like, so Shazam should be fun. It could be. It doesn't have to take itself seriously. It could be fun. That's what Shazam should be. Black Adam needs to be darker than they made it. I think it should be even more.
It should have been more
like Black Adam for real.
Agreed.
That's what it should be. Go from there. Superman should be goody two shoes, and the Wonder Woman should be a badass, just like the most badass woman you ever met in your life.
I was like the version of Wonder Woman that's very quick to fight. Like she's like, "Oh, you're in my seat. Bam, I'm gonna beat your ass." Like that Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? Like this new Wonder Woman where
I like the first Wonder Woman. I like the first one.
It was good. Yeah. It was good.
And
it was good.
If they would have went that way, stay that way, that was cool. I hated 1984. I thought that was one of the worst movies I've seen come out of DC Universe ever.
Agreed. And we got some trash out of the DC kind of stuff, but that was like, how do you go from
it sent women back? It sent women back. Like I was like, really? So she's this one guy's going to change everything. She's a superhero, the best superhero ever, as far as women. And
I'm going to talk about that.
And then all of a sudden, a guy comes out and she can't do anything else. It was so stupid.
Yeah. I just don't see how it goes from one of the best, if not the best, to the worst. It's just like, wow. You didn't even wait for a movie in between. You just went boom, boom, like
same director, same writer. I'm like, really, Patty? This is what we go. This is what we do.
I don't. That was crazy. I don't know what the hell was happening there. So
I like
Cole Lords brings up a good point, which kind of ties in with some other stuff. I know we don't want to talk about, but a little bit. So Corda said they still need to figure out a good Green Lantern. Yeah. I agree. So they canceled the show that they've been talking about for the past 4 years. It was going to be, I think, Alan Scott and was it Alan Scott and somebody else? I think Hal Jordan. Well, it was going to be two of them together. And it was going to be like a buddy cop thing, which I didn't really care for because Alan Scott's not a Green Lantern core. He's just a Green Lantern magic kind of thing. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Let's see what happens. They scrapped that completely.
Good, because that sounded like a terrible idea.
Yeah. And now it's going to be a show just about Jon Stewart, Green Lantern.
Why wouldn't they do that anyway? Why does it have to be a show? Why can't it be a movie? Green Lantern is very. I mean, I'm not telling you, but it's a very cool superhero, and you got a lot of story to do with it, and there's a lot of different ones. So why not?
I can see a cool show, like a Peacemaker kind of style. Well, not that style, but like 10 episodes.
Too small. Peacemaker is because it's not known. It's very abstract and it's a small thing. Green Lantern is if there's a Holy Six, he's in the Holy Six. Like
he's original kind of thing. So my thing is Jon Stewart is probably more. He's probably one of the most, obviously Hal Jordan I think is number one.
Yep.
But growing up, especially me and you growing up, Green Lantern was Jon Stewart. I didn't know any other Green Lantern
until you
besides
learn.
Jon Stewart. Yeah, until you started reading comic books and got older and stuff like that. But because he was in the cartoons, he was the man, and that makes sense. It's like, oh, hey, people our age are the ones going to the movies. Let's bring the guys that we remember as Green Lantern. Plus, he has a great backstory, with being a Marine, with, that can hit a lot of, check marks with that. And then he comes here and he's still kind of like very, he's artsy, he's an architect, so obviously that makes sense, being Green Lantern. But the thing, especially with what's going on now with Black Panther, I know you don't want to talk too much about it. I think I could be wrong. But
no, I think you can say this. I think I know what you're saying.
Okay. I think DC sees what's going on. They're like, okay,
opportunity.
People want a strong male Black character.
Yep.
T'Challa is number one. No one can ever come to that.
He's number 1, 2, and 3.
yeah. But beneath T'Challa, Jon Stewart's probably right there, man. Oh, not right there.
He's lower. He's definitely lower. But
T'Challa's like a whole nother level because he's king and all this stuff. Green Lantern is, the one kind of right beneath him. I wonder if that's what they're kind of doing. They're like, all right, MCU's doing this thing and they're getting rid of this character. Let's put our,
if I was ranking them, I would say, as far as Black characters, I would probably put, T'Challa 1 and 2. 3, I'll probably put as of right now, Miles Morales who is Black. is probably up there before then. Jon Stewart, for legacy reasons, should be up there too.
Yeah.
And he's one of the top 2 Green Lanterns. And I think Green Lantern has a story, and I think James Gunn could do great with this, with a story that you can use and bring everyone like, oh, I kind of know the story, but I really don't. And he could tell the story the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And this could be a really eye-opening thing that's going to bring a lot of people in.
Yeah. Even on a House of Nerd, Jon Stewart up there 100. Yeah. I agree, and I think when I read that, I was like, wow, so they're really changing this route, right? Because they've been on the whole buddy cop one, kind of idea for years.
You said it, I thought that was so terrible. I just,
they were like, oh, lethal weapon in space. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Okay, maybe. But now with just Jon Stewart, cool. Like he's had some really great moments in the comics, because you can still sprinkle in like, oh, here's Hal Jordan, but he's doing other shit somewhere else. So,
okay, yeah. Spawn, but he's like more of an anti-hero.
Yeah.
He's probably him. He's an anti-hero. Blade is an anti-hero. But he's really a hero, but he kills people. But he kills vampires. So I guess it balances out, like,
Yeah.
Spawn is still Spawn of the devil, Spawn from hell. Still that,
But I when I first read that and I was thinking, I was like, I wonder if that's what they're doing, because they see a lot of people are like, hey, we want to see this, Black strong male lead, and we're not getting it, and Jon Stewart can really be, because Jon Stewart is a badass. Some of the stuff he makes with his ring is pretty freaking cool, man.
Would you want to be that?
What do you mean?
Who would you like to be Jon Stewart?
I saw a rumor, John Boyega.
Oh, that would be badass. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
I read, I'm like, ooh, I like that. I like that.
Oh, all right, John Boyega. Yes, I like that.
He's got acting chops. We saw that.
I don't mean anything. I want John Boyega in anything. I would take him literally in anything he could do.
Yeah. It's I was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, but that was just like a fan casting. I don't think he said anything that he wanted it or not, but
he still wants to be awesome. He's talking about being in the MCU, so I think he's gonna surprise us somewhere. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he's like the Human Torch. I really would not be.
Yeah, if I do see him, I won't see him at Eddie Brock. I am riding that one so hard. He would be
It's
great
not going
opposite
to
of Tom
happen with
Holland.
Sony. It's just not
Oh,
going to be
man.
Sony. First of all, Marvel's not
Yes.
going to let him go to. Marvel's not going to let
Sony.
him do it. Disney's not going to let that happen.
Yeah.
This is not
Sony's got what's his name? The other guy, the other Venom.
But they're not going to have two in that universe because they're sharing the universe.
No, they're separate now. Spider-Man's is his own universe, and Venom's went back to his own universe.
Yeah, but they're not going to have another Venom. Like Sony still owns the property.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they'll have to share that name. They're not going to let him be Venom. Yeah. There's going to be, we're going to have like 5 or 6 new characters in the MCU. So, but it's not about the MCU. Let's focus on DC. DCU, not DCU.
Yeah, but the Green Lantern stuff, I'm excited for. I'm still kind of worried about what is going on with David Zaslav. Like what does he want? He keeps getting rid of shit. It was like, you got rid of Cartoon Network, and then you put him in charge of the animation division.
Yeah.
It was like, what animation division? Like I don't know.
Harley Quinn.
Dude, that's great. So all right, so Drippy, he wrote out his phase 1. He said, this is how I would do it for phase 1. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aqua, Flash, solo movies. Phase 1 ends with Justice League, GL, and Martian Manhunter introduce villain, maybe be an alien threat, like from Secret Origins episode from cartoon. Okay. And then end of Justice League movie will have the setup of Watchtower, no Hall of Justice, also post-credit of brain-shaped ship in another galaxy or universe planning on conquering the next 2, which is the hero's galaxy.
Okay, so they're not going to redo Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash. They're not going to put new solo movies out there, especially when they already have, they're doing another Aquaman movie, and they're keeping the same character, so they're not going to redo solo movies for that.
Yeah, I think you can keep those solo movies and continue with this.
Yep.
I think you still
make it second or third movie, and just kind of you like. Yes, Wonder Woman 1984 was terrible, but the first Wonder Woman is perfect. And Gal Gadot, I like watching, and that's a good. I mean, that's a good one.
Like the Flash solo. I think the new Flash should set up a
It's going to be Flashpoint
redone, basically.
This is what they need to do: reshoots to set up Flashpoint, and then we can have a new Flash just from Flashpoint.
Yeah,
that's what it should be.
Agree. But
it's really easy. Soft reboot using Flashpoint.
Yeah, but another Superman movie, another Batman movie, and then I think you can slide in Justice League, another Justice League movie done right. Yep. But yeah, I see that. But all right, man. Anything else? We've been on this for a little bit.
No, I mean this is great. I think it's big news, so I definitely wanted to talk about it. But yeah, that's all we got now.
Yeah, see what happens, man. Well, hopefully they stay. Hopefully they stay, because the last couple guys they hired wind up leaving within like a few weeks.
Here's what I'm saying: 2024, they could be up for sale again. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But cool.
All right, on to the next one.
Yeah. All right, real quick. I'm gonna cut that out real quick. So let us know what you guys thought in the comments. Are you excited about James Gunn? Do you think it's gonna be goofy? I know a lot of people don't like James Gunn because they don't like his style. But let us know. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think, and we will chit chat in the comments. But cool. Now let's move on to other business. I need to download that. I need my damn soundboard back. That's what I need. I need to just come down and sit at my computer and set everything back up for 30 minutes.
You're dreaming.
All right. All right. You want to do Andor first, or you want to do Tales of Jedi?
Andor.
You want to do Andor?
Yeah.
All right. Let me hit this. All right. Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer with Brian, and we're going to talk about some more Star Wars. We're talking about Andor Episode 8. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. I know what I'm going to feel about the next episode. This one, they're playing
Oh, sorry. Just
like
finished watching that last episode. So,
it's because it's introduction to a new problem, setup, and then the thing. So like, the first 3 episodes was the him getting drafted into the rebellion.
Yep.
The second 3 episodes was the heist. Now these new 3 episodes are the jailbreak. It's like it's getting they don't blend together enough.
Yeah.
Between different setups.
I agree. Unfortunately. And I don't think there's a likable character in this entire show. Just a character I actually can enjoy being around or watching. I don't like any of them.
I like Andor. I like him. The one thing is, like, in this episode, he was very observant. So this is and I did appreciate the episode because it focused around the 2 people. Mon Mothma or Mon Moth, whatever, and Andor. But he's in jail and she's a Richie Rich living the life kind of thing. And I thought that was kind of interesting. And it kept cutting back between like the 2 polar opposites. So that was kind of cool.
Well, what do you think about Luthen? As I told you last episode, that he's the one that's trying to kill Andor.
Yeah. We only got that little bit of him. That one scene,
that was really important.
It was a really important scene. It was.
Yeah, seeing him like, okay, he's like, Leia.
Yeah. Well, first I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, that's not
Leia.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah, she's too old to be Leia.
Like, this doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
Is that a common name?
It must be, right?
But just he just is very unlikable. And he just cut them off.
Yeah.
So Bix is trying to call him, contact him. He just cut him off like that.
Oh, you're all supposed to die. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they're supposed to be the good guys, but they're very bad.
Exactly.
They're very bad at being good.
There's not one enjoyable person. Like, really, I mean, Mon Mothma, she was born into the Senate, basically. I mean, been around it her entire life. It's just in high society, all that. She's not really enjoyable because she wants to lead the rebellion, but she ain't got nothing to do with
it. Yeah. And then she doesn't. I think she wants to do it the right way, which I respect, but also she doesn't know how to or what. Like she's having issues with one person trying to recruit one person. So, I was like, yeah, there you go. I don't know, but I do like Andor just because he's so observant. He didn't say much this entire episode. I think he said
driving me nuts. He was driving me nuts. He was pissing me off, and I was like, dude, do something. Something.
I get that.
With a stick.
Yeah, I get that because like he's not a person that's just gonna like, as soon as he gets arrested, kick down the door and try to escape. He seems like the kind of person that is gonna sit back and watch and figure things out, and then bam, and then it's gonna happen real quick, and no one's even gonna know. Like he's very optimistic. Opportunistic,
opportunistic. Yeah. But like the first day, he sees them between the 2 glasses signaling each other and talking about this stuff, and then they're like 30 days later. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god, this is
stupid. Yeah. Which I appreciate. Don't make us watch 30 days. But like when he was getting clean, like he was like watching them, and he saw where they put the boots, and he saw how unorganized they all are, and how none of them really gives a shit. They're like, oh, he's fine, just go ahead, move it, just keep it going. Like, and I think he's paying attention to all of that kind of stuff. But it was like,
I don't know. But I was like, they can give him more credit because I don't think he's going to be the one doing the heist. I think they're actually he's just going to be there when they're breaking out. He just happens to be there.
But I think he's going to do the same thing with the heist. Is they had this plan. And he's like, whoa, you didn't figure this and this out, and that's where he comes in to like put the little cherry.
And they're gonna be like, oh, let's let this mother into a guess. You know, like it's not like he plans anything out where anyone's even following him. It's just,
I
don't know.
Yeah, I guess
from Rogue One, I'm thinking he's this leader. He's just really good, and he's not really leading anything. And everything he's doing, even this is gonna be the third, big sequence, and he's not really leading anything at all.
Yeah, not yet. But I think we'll get there eventually. I think he hasn't accepted that he's part of the rebellion.
No,
there's not even really a rebellion yet.
He's gonna get out, and his mom, his adopted mom,
yeah,
her dying is going to be the big thing.
Aunt Petunia,
yeah,
that's gonna turn him. Yeah, I can see that.
I have nothing else to be for. This is her last dying wish, and this is why I want to do this.
Yeah, I mean, she's a little badass though. She's like walking up to stormtroopers and like basically like, I mean, we didn't see it, but we heard what Minx or Jinx, whatever her name is, like say it, like, oh yeah, she's walked up to like stormtroopers, like, what you gonna do, bitch? Like, I was like, man, but poor old lady.
She's like, I know Harry Potter. How about that? What you gonna do?
Tried to hit him with some spell.
Yeah. But Expecto Patron. Oh, never mind.
They all like fly back. So my favorite part was seeing what's his name? Snoke, the guy who played Snoke.
Yes,
which is funny. Andy Serkis.
That was
yeah. I always enjoy Andy Serkis. He's I mean, he's everything that you can think of. He's been. You know what I mean? Like Lord of the Rings, check. Star Wars now, check twice. Yeah. And then yeah, I mean, he's been in what else? Planet of the Apes. So Venom, he's directed the last Venom. So he's been in like so many things that you don't even think about, and like seeing him actually there without motion capture, I appreciate that. I was like, yeah, because I think he's a good enough actor just on his own. So without being in the green suit and all that stuff. So, but I liked him. But
are there things that you didn't like about this episode?
Yeah, it was like I said, it was a little boring. Nothing really happened. It was another very talky episode. I didn't hate it, but it just
bored. It was just bored.
Like, I get what they're getting to. It just sucks, like, watching them get there. You know what I mean? Like,
it just seems like you could have answered a lot of these questions just by just giving some information out.
Yeah,
giving us a little, like, do a Star Wars thing where you just give us like a paragraph. We can be right where you need to be.
Exactly. That's actually a really good that's exactly how it should be. Because really, we're on episode 8. Well, episode 9 is gonna be next week. It's gonna be the actual jailbreak, right? I assume, with the way they've been handling the show. 9 episodes. We probably could have done with 4.
Yeah.
Like, but man, when episode 3, 6, and 9, man, those are some good episodes. 9, I don't know yet. 6 and 3 were really good episodes. Especially episode 6 was really, really good. So
just, I don't know. I'm now saying, it's a good series, but is it? I don't know. Great. I don't know.
Depends how it ends. It really depends how it ends, because a lot of building needs to actually build to something. If it's just a lot of building and then it kind of like
next season
sputters out,
like, all right,
whatever. Yeah. So it's kind of we need to get to the point quicker with this kind of. Yeah. I'm hoping, but like I said, if next week is what I think it's going to be, I'm going to have fun. That's going to be a fun time.
Can you imagine if it's not?
If it's another setup? Yeah.
Like, you thought this was going to be it, right?
Yeah, right. That would be a little annoying. I'm like, oh, really? But also, I didn't mind what's his name? The guy, so the Empire chick who's like looking into
yeah, and then his friend
all
is the guy who just threw him like, oh yeah, Andor.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
who's like the super cop.
Yep.
You know, they got in trouble for being a super cop. You know, like I don't know how he's gonna feel yet. You know what I mean?
You know what's so fun? Because he tried to become like, I want you to make me what, chief or whatever. And she was like, no. It's like blinked at her a couple times and then walked away. It was
yeah. But even like whatever.
What about Forrest Whitaker? Was the Saul Guerrero?
Oh yes,
Guerrero.
shit, that's right.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And seeing him and even how he talked to Luthen, I was like, yeah, Luthen's a dick. He has been a dick. It's
Yeah.
just not,
Yeah.
It's like it's common knowledge. You're not a good guy.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like he just like screws over everyone he works with. So
exactly, that's who he
you know,
is.
yeah, you know, he's not going to have that many people left. But the one thing with when he was the chick was interrogating the guy, I don't know their names. I need to learn their names. And she asked him, she goes, "Oh, like, oh, why did you say this on the blah 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 report?" He goes, I don't know. She goes, you know, she goes, "Oh, you didn't read it?" He goes, "I didn't read it." She goes, "But you signed it?" He goes, "Because," he goes, "I was forced to," you know. And I was like, I thought that was the point. I'm like, oh, is this where he realizes, oh, these aren't the good guys? Like they're blaming me for something I was forced to do, even though I knew it was wrong.
But he didn't care though. He just
didn't
wants
care.
He wants credit.
Yeah.
That's everyone right now is just out for themselves. And until there has to be a galvanizing something that galvanizes everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I will tell you this much. You do the things do shock therapy for all prisoners, they're all going to come, they're going to revolt. That's the only way that's going to work.
Yeah.
They're going to revolt.
Oh yeah.
Especially they figure out a way, don't have a power outage one day.
Oh man, yeah, you're screwed.
You have no weapons around and there's a power outage.
I mean, you better be good at hitting some people with that button, because I don't know what else he's gonna do. Yeah. And then also when he hit the button and they all got shocked, he's like looking, and he was all like, he's like, oh yeah, like all excited about it. I was like, okay.
But you're just a dick in real time. I mean, you really are. That's all you are.
Yeah, but yeah, for the most part, man, this episode was kind of, again, not kind of boring.
It's boring, but it's just more like nothing happened.
Yeah, it's
nothing
just
was
setting up. The setting up is too boring.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm sure there's ways you can set it up and it's not as bland.
I think that the 7 people that he was introduced to that's part of his group are going to be the ones that he's going to end up recruiting into the resistance, or at least whoever lives through the.
Give me a second.
All right. Uh-oh, flashing. Uh-oh. Well, that's what I was saying. I think they're going to recruit him into the resistance, and that's what's going to happen mostly.
You just want to end Andor and just kind of hang out for a little bit?
Yep. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be like 5 minutes.
Go.
All right.
But that's kind of what happened in this episode of Andor. I mean, this is another one, episode 8. That's, I don't know, not a lot's going on. You meet all these new characters, and we're hoping that it's actually going to come out to something. I'm hoping episode 9 is going to have a lot more information, a lot more to do with the group that they introduced. The 7 groups of 7. Maybe even with the guy who runs it, who's telling everyone to shut up. Maybe there's more going on beyond that we know. So I'm hoping that comes out and we see it, and then Andor and Luthen and Mothma finally get on the same page. But we don't know. So we just gotta wait till next week and see what happens. So that's all we got for this one. And as soon as Tank gets back, we're going to talk about something. Tales for the Jedi. But no, that was fun. That was a fun one. I like what Derp was saying. He said, Warner Brothers and James Gunn, you better listen to that phase plan or it's another reboot. It's going to be a soft reboot anyway, Derpy. So, I mean, you just know that's what's going to happen. You know, it's not that big of a deal, but I know there's going to be another soft reboot. I wish I could ask you now, what characters are going to make it through? I mean, now that Henry Cavill's back, you know, he said Batfleck is back. Do they bring anybody else? I mean, we already have our Aquaman. Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. I mean, sorry, she stays there. She comes back. All that's gonna be interesting. I wonder what we're gonna do with all those things. And we got some trailer reactions that I definitely want to talk about. I want to get to, so I'm gonna make sure I pull all those things up. All right. And thank you guys for sticking with us. We are actually going to do a trailer reaction real quick. Now that I have a chance to do it without Tank here. So here we go. We're going to start it back up. And welcome back to the Spoiler Kings. I'm Brian the Grizzly waiting on Tank Kramer right now. But while we're waiting, let's do a trailer reaction. So I know you guys all heard about the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. So let's check it out. Let's see what we can look at and let's see what you guys think. Oh, wait a minute. Gotta start again. I need to actually hear it this time, huh? I didn't unmute it. I'm sorry, guys. Try this one last time. When I edit it, it'll be fine. All right, let's look at it one more time.
I just saw on the calendar that right now on Earth, it's almost Christmas time.
We don't have time for trivialities like Christmas.
But Peter's so sad about Gamora being gone. Maybe if we go to Earth for a really wonderful Christmas gift, it would make him happy. Something special he will never forget.
What about someone special?
This is great.
Looking for the legendary Kevin Bacon.
We're looking for the legendary Kevin Bacon.
I just said that, Drax.
Your voice is small and mousy. I think maybe he didn't hear you. You're coming with us?
I can't believe that's just Kevin Bacon, guys. Can't believe this.
I'm Groot.
Cosmo. Guys, I gotta tell you, that has to be one of my favorite things I've ever seen. I think this holiday special is going to be incredible. I love what they're doing with this with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're introducing so many different things. And even though James Gunn is going to DC, he's staying true and giving us a great ending to the story. I love this in betweenquel. I hope we really can enjoy it together. So that is what we think about this one. I'm going to wait on Tank to come in, and we will see you guys later. All right, let's see what else we can do. Let's see if we can watch another trailer. Something that he doesn't like watching. Hold off until he gets back. Instead of me doing that, maybe I should do that. And welcome back to Spoiler Kings. I'm Brian the Grizzly, and I'm actually going to do a quick movie review. We a couple of weeks ago, I went and saw the movie Smile, and I don't know if you heard about it, but this movie was so very creepy. And if you watch anything that we do, you know that I don't like creepy at all. It's just I'm one of those guys who just doesn't enjoy it, and I went and saw it with my wife, and it was something else. I'm gonna read you the little synopsis of the movie. It said, after witnessing a bizarre and traumatic incident involving a patient, Dr. Ross Cotter starts experiencing frightening occurrences that she can't explain. As an overwhelming terror begins taking over her life, Rose must confront her troubling past in order to survive and escape the horrifying new reality. That's a pretty good synopsis for it. Basically, she is a psychiatrist, and she has someone coming into her room, and she's saying that she feels like someone's watching her. Then that person kind of changes and just starts smiling at her, and actually kills herself right in front of her. That traumatic experience brought it back to her, and it was crazy. And now she knows what's going on. She was trying to figure out exactly what's going on, how she can escape uh this curse. Is going through, she's followed it about 4 or 5 people back, and people are dying all over the place. So she talks to her ex-boyfriend, who happens to be a cop, and he gives us some information, and we find out that he cares for her a lot, and he finds that a person who survived it. He gets her into the prison so he could talk to the guy, and he says the only way you can get through this curse is by killing someone else, or have someone witness you killing someone, so you pass the traumatic experience to someone else. She realized she can't do that, so she decides to go into a house in the middle of the woods so she could be by herself and hopefully not involve anybody else. Well, while she thought she defeated this entity, and she's wrong. She set it on fire in her mind, but the entity's still there. And though she thought no one was going to be there, her ex-boyfriend finds her, and he witnesses her kill herself, and the curse gets passed on to her ex-boyfriend now. And it's terrible, and it's sad, and it's all type of a thriller. And for someone who does not like scary movies, I had to say I actually enjoyed it a lot. I thought that they used the intensity, they used suspense the right way. There's a lot of gore, it's a lot of killing and stuff like that, but it wasn't over the top. It was very much kind of playing on your mind. I mean, the fact that she's a psychiatrist tells you that a lot of this thing's going to be in her mind. So it was a lot going on. The 3/4 of the movie was one of the most scary things I've ever seen. Then the last fourth, it was kind of regular, what you expect to get from a horror movie. And it said she passes on to her ex-boyfriend, and he has to, in a couple of days, he's going to die. So it's very much like Ring. But overall, if I was to rate this movie, I would give it, probably a now, because we at Spoiler Kings we rate things a little bit differently. We do now, later, never. I'd say this, as far as scary movies, is a now. I don't think it's a later. I think it's something that you don't necessarily need to stream. I think this is something that you can enjoy for yourself, especially if you want to go to movies alone. But I wouldn't advise you trying to go to sleep afterwards. I don't know if you guys saw on Rotten Tomatoes, the critics gave it a 79 and the audience gives it a 78. So this is one of those movies that it's a pretty solid scary movie. It's perfect for this time of year. We have 4 days left in October. I think you should go ahead and try to get a chance to watch it. If you get to the movie theaters, it's something you should watch. So thanks for listening to me, and we'll go to the next review. Yeah, you good.
All right. I didn't want to hop in and throw it off. Dude, what the fuck?
I'm my head down looking in my phone, and then John Campion's like, "Hey, what's up, Spoiler Kids?" I'm like, "Holy shit!" I gotta go. I gotta do something. So I watched the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special trailer, but then I forgot to unmute it, so I had to start it over again. I was so embarrassed. I was like, I can't believe this is happening right now.
Well, yeah, because he was in there. He goes at Cult Lords. I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah,
I don't know. He must have been going through older
all the stuff that was happening before.
All the old stuff.
I'm talking about Spawn and
yeah. But what the heck, man? That's awesome. I was thinking because I was watching his stuff last night. His live reaction. Him and the guy I'm having a brain fart. The other guy that he did the Wakanda Forever last minute kind of stuff for. But yeah, that was. I come back and I'm like, all right. You come back, sit down. I'm looking through. I'm like, what the heck, John Cameron? And even the nerd show is like, hold on, I'm going for a second. Come back. John Campion's in chat, bro. This is the second time he's been in chat with us. It's a quick in and out. We appreciate it though, man. I mean, he's awesome. I always love his stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't believe what was happening. I was like, wow, I really have to figure something out. Because I was not doing anything. I was looking at my phone, looking at Rotten Tomatoes, trying to come up with trailers. And I just looked up and I was like, all right, we're going to do something. I don't know what I want to say, but I want to say something right now.
Yeah, that's good. That's I am. And I guess he's like, I actually love this trailer. The Guardians of the Galaxy one. Because I kind of zoomed, went back on the feed and I'm like, oh, what was he talking about? I was like, oh, yeah. So that was good that you did that one. I did like that one a lot too. That was super cool trailer.
Yeah, no.
But then obviously my girlfriend's in chat. She goes, "Oops, sorry for needing the baby break."
Well, you definitely you win all the times. Anything that has to happen, you win. But I was freaked out. Oh no, this is the one time, because usually I'm just rolling. I'm not even thinking about it. And one time I'm not sitting there rolling. That's what it happens.
I know. That's all good. But hopefully we stay in his checkout list whenever he does something like that, because we appreciate that. Yeah. So he goes the House of Nerd show is like, oh, that's wild. Yeah. He came in last time. I forgot what we were talking about. I think I don't remember.
Brandon was talking about something in particular.
Yeah, he came in and we're all like, wait a minute. Is this actually John Campion? Yeah, it was actually him, because we were in one of his videos. He did a little video of hey, go support smaller movie review kind of channels. And in the video, you have a bunch of different people, and they all have the same reaction of like, wait a minute, is this actually John Campion? And we were in it right at the end, which was super cool. So Hopefully he comes back or stuff like that. I don't know, but yeah, man, I've been watching his stuff a lot too. And speaking of like, we had Zack Attack reviews.
Yes,
do a few things with us, and he gave us a big. I take it as a big compliment. He goes, "Oh, the way we do our show reminds us of how he does his. Obviously, he does his in person, but we do ours, on StreamYard and stuff like that. But the same thing. We talk about a topic and move on to something else. And I feel that's a good way to have a live show. I always felt like that. Even when I first started with me and Alfredo years ago, every so often there'll be like a one topic show, but for the most part, it was like a few different topics in one show.
And you don't want to talk about anything too much because then you start repeating yourself. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
That
was super cool. It was super. I think it's if you check on our Twitter, I put it on our Twitter. It might have been a month ago at this point, maybe 2 months ago.
2 months ago now.
Yeah, something like that. It was a little while. That was kind of cool. But yeah, seeing him in, I come in, I sit down. I'm like, oh, okay. He's well, I'm like figuring out what you're doing. I'm like, oh, he's doing a review. I'll sit and chill. And I'm going through the comments. I'm like, what the? And that's like right after. That's right after I left,
dude. Like it happened. Like I'm sitting there looking at my phone. And I'm like, all right, and I look up, I saw him. I text you. I was like, dude, John can't be sitting.
I didn't even have my phone with me because I just ran upstairs.
I couldn't believe it just happened. I have nothing to talk about. I'm just going to randomly come up with something.
Yeah, that's we have to have like a backup plan just in case something happens. Trailers are always a good way to go. Trailers are always a good way to go.
You're gonna watch the rest of this episode. You're like, I had this on for like 5 minutes.
So the Gandalf, yeah.
Because I had to readjust. I had to like figure out, okay, what's going on, man? Is this really happening?
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. So that's cool. I don't know. We'll see if he comes back. That'll be cool. If not, maybe we'll see him eventually. I mean, we came back a second time. I never, granted, different show later, but
I think the Twitter. I think you also put it on Twitter helps out, and then we, that's some good information. So
I mean, that's how I met Nerd House of Nerd Show was through Twitter, through Chillmonger. I think Chillmonger retweeted something or something like that, and then I saw some of their shows, and I'm like, oh, cool. A lot of people I started, going through and connecting through on Twitter. So,
well, I would like to do a show with House of Nerd Show. That's why we need to kind of set that up now.
Wow, yeah. I bought the Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a chance to read it yet because I'm like, I know it doesn't take long, but I just want to like, read it. I got it yesterday. And then I'll probably read it tonight, right before going to bed.
Yeah, no, I got Friday's gonna be it's always my comic book day. Yeah. So I'll go get 4, 5, 6 comic books and then go from there.
I'm trying to see what else I can get into. There's some other stuff I want to get into, but I'm not quite sure. I watch Variant comics.
Mm-hmm. I know
on YouTube. And they break down a lot of cool comics. I'm like, that's cool, but there's some I want to read, like stuff like that. What do you say? Oh, I will collab on something for sure, man. Yeah, for sure. We get you on this channel, stuff like that. I know. I'm looking for their stuff real quick because I think they are doing a giveaway. So I could be wrong. Let's see if I can find it real quick. We're doing a giveaway too.
Yeah, I was like, on Monday, man. Monday's our day to give away for our 400 subscribers. We're doing our Monday giveaway. We got all the stuff. I always have it right here with me.
Yeah.
We got Shuri, Nakia, and Black Panther. We're gonna give these away to one lucky winner. Cannot wait. If you check out our 400 subscriber video, you'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
And just like and subscribe, and we'll be giving away. We're gonna do a big giveaway on Monday, so we'll find out who we're gonna give it to, and we'll contact you guys and get your information. We'll send it off that next day. So
pretty much.
I'm excited for it, and excited for 500. I think 500 is gonna be our big one.
I know. I mean, we're not gonna spoil it yet, but I think after we announce after we give away the 400th winner, I do want to announce the prize for 500. So you get a like, oh, I can win that, So maybe, I don't know, maybe put it out there a little early. But also House of Nerd, they're giving away some free stuff. Right here, I guess tomorrow they're doing their open bar show, which I caught the other one, the tea one you guys did the other day. That was that was fun. That one was entertaining. I know what was that? Sergio wasn't in it. It was I forgot what her name was. Sorry, but they're doing a giveaway on their channel. Where is it? There you go. Win one of 2 packs. You got a comment, spooky season with HON, the open bar chat. So tomorrow they're doing their open bar. So make sure you go check them out. They're super fun. Yeah.
See, I'm. This is where I'm going to be reading now.
Black Adam.
This one,
I saw it. I don't know. I skimmed through it. I didn't. That one I was looking for. I didn't see.
Yeah, so it's pretty long, so that's why I really want to give it.
Oh, okay. See, I wasn't sure. I saw it on there, but so he's like, the open bar. Anyone in the community is welcome to join the live stream. Hope you gents can stop by. Maybe tomorrow night.
Yeah,
maybe tomorrow night.
Most definitely. Yeah, I can see us definitely.
Oh, for sure, man. Appreciate the signal boost. Heck yeah, man. I'm all about like lifting each other up, man. This shit. We did a whole video of like, hey, check out all these other creators. So.
But that's kind of what it is. I mean, we all doing the same topic. We kind of bounce our ideas off each other, and I think when you do one, you can enjoy all of us. So
yeah, and they're always a little different. You know what I
mean? Except Star Trek fans. I'm a Trekkie.
Yeah.
I'm a Trekkie.
Yeah, I'm kidding. But speaking of like talking about like because what's that saying? The rising tide, lifts all the ships or something like that. Yeah. I'm definitely like have that kind of idea. Which is why like even here like we're spoiler kings, but we're part of the nerd huddle. Oh, where am I? So yeah, we're like the nerd huddle. So me and you pretty much do majority of these.
All of them.
Well, hopefully, I can't wait to come back to Morning Spike like on a regular basis.
Yeah,
I miss it so much. So anybody watching, this is what like we do. So the Nerd Huddle. I know. I was on the Nerd Huddle on the House of Nerd, and they're like, "Oh, let us know how you heard of us." I was like, "Oh, it's me." Yeah, it's the same. It's the same person. It's just different accounts. But the Nerd Huddle is like our network, our production kind of umbrella. So it's us Spoiler Kings, which do that stuff. So Sunday mornings we have the Morning Spike, which is our fantasy football kind of prep show, which is super fun. I'm so glad like it was at first it was me and another guy, Alfredo. And we were just talking Bears and just kind of talking football, and then it slowly started picking up, and we started getting questions and more questions and more questions. And then one of the fans is now part of our production, crew, over on Dynasty Pylon, Martin. So he came on, and now Sunday it's as soon as we go live, it's just fancy football questions the entire time, and I love it. I love that. It's so much fun, man. And I really do miss it. And then Panther Grizzly,
we miss you because like I'm trying to come up with answers, and I have to fight Martin all the time. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I love it because you guys always have like different opinions.
Always.
It's
not even like different opinions. It's just like we agree, but don't want to agree with the other person. So we're going to say something about what the other person's opinion is, and that it's stupid. Even though it's like, I think it's this person, you think it's this person, and it's like the exact same score. It's just what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, that's always fun because then on Tuesdays is Panther and Grizzly, which is that's pretty much that's your show.
It allows me to go ahead and talk on my own.
About exactly. Exactly, because then you talk on like whatever you want to talk like on Tuesday, which you also do waiver wire, so it's more football stuff. Per kind of half fantasy, half
Yeah.
Chicago Bears because we're Chicago Bears fans. And then Wednesday is Martin with Dynasty Pylon, and he does a lot of other stuff too. And then he gets to have his own opinion without you, and then you kind of come together on that Sundays, which is super great. But this is a little right now. I want to get a little more. Like I said, I've been wanting to get a solid basketball show going for a while. I've been watching a lot more NBA. Watching a lot more NBA.
I'm always watching the NBA.
Yeah, watching the Bulls, watching the Lakers go 0-4.
Hey, Brooklyn's 1-4.
Yeah,
Ben Simmons got to learn how to shoot the damn ball. But, I guess.
Yeah. So I've been watching a lot more basketball, getting really back into that. So I really want to do it, but right now it's time.
If they could create an 8th day of the week,
yeah. Or if we just get if we get like 10,000 subscribers,
then I can just not work. And just do this all the
time. We can maybe hopefully get enough money where we can live on it. That's the dream. But the morning spike I love, and then also the morning spikes. Which is, I'm a big ball fan, so I'll definitely tune on the ball show. We did a few episodes, but I want to do it at least weekly. Once a week. Something like that. I don't know, maybe live, maybe not live. We'll see. But even I want to talk about some of these documentaries, man. I just watched the Redeem Team. That was a good one.
Yeah. See, I remember all those too.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. But yeah,
I have my own opinion. But I will say this: I've been working on a website, nerdhuddle.com. I'm going to put some blogs out there this week. Yeah. I found out how to do it. I'm going to put like 2 or 3 out there.
You gotta show me, man. Yeah, you got because I want to.
Because I'm going to put it out there. I've been talking to my wife. She said she's going to give me 3 hours. No kids, and I'm going to put this stuff out there.
Okay.
We're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna do a lot of different things. So I'll show Tank how to do it. We'll put movie reviews. We can start typing things up, and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I can't wait. But for me, the most fun with especially our morning spike show, our football stuff, is Martin had this idea like, hey, let's do these bets. So we dubbed them the spike bets.
Yeah.
So we do spike bets. It's right there, spike bet shop. Part of Nerd Huddle. So we do spike bets. So basically we say we make whatever bet, like this person's going to be better than this person, or this person's going to do this, blah, 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 whatever we decide to do. Right now, Brian's got a long season one that he thinks Khalil Mack is going to get 16 sacks.
I think the shot's on plus 10, but I would not to take a shot, but I won't win it unless I get to 16.
Yeah. So, and then that's the thing. So whoever loses takes a shot. So that's the fun part, because then haven't been too heavy on it this year. But
I've been kicking Martin's ass.
Okay. All right. Because I did see him take a shot this past Sunday.
You took 2 shots this past week.
Yeah. So it ain't nothing like there's nothing like taking some shots a Sunday morning before noon. That's a good way to start it. So, and then I got my drink of choice. I got some Jefferson's. Some whiskey,
and I got moonshine.
Yeah, so like we literally got liquor right next to us. This was a full bottle last year. This was a full bottle at the beginning of the NFL season last year.
What that tells you is that he's lost a lot of bets.
I lost a lot. Also, I take some bets pretty crazy. Although I did, the last one I did was I made a bet with Mark, because Mark is a Commanders fan and we're a Bears fan. So when they played each other, I was like, "Oh, Bears by 3," and then almost. But I wound up taking a shot.
Yeah, that was so bad, because we do that and then we beat the Patriots. I don't know. And I agree. Well, ain't no dream team. Ain't no Michael and Magic and Larry Bird, Larry Legend.
No, it was completely different. For me, I know like some of the younger audience might be mad, but to me, the Redeem Team was like, oh, LeBron couldn't do it without Kobe. Kobe came in and is like, he's the man.
Well, I mean, it's I don't want to get too much into this, but understand I know. This is what it is. LeBron had to learn how to win, and Dwayne Wade had to show him how to win. And then with the Redeem Team, Kobe had to show him how to win.
Yeah.
So when you're the best, like the most talented player, you never have to do that. You never have to learn how to do anything. This is what he had to do. He was always the best player, so he never had to go through anyone harder. He had to go to persevere. And once you learn how to persevere, you know how to win. And the problem now is that LeBron's old. This is just what happens. Isn't that nothing? LeBron James is the second or third best player of all time. He's just old.
Yeah.
Old people just ain't going to be able to win. You can't compete with young because Father Time is undefeated. Ask Tom Brady. He just lost again.
Yeah.
Ask Giselle.
That is very true.
Who's friends with Father Time, obviously. Just,
yeah. And then one last thing before we get off this topic is Halloween season. This is our second year that we are doing a candy draft. So if you're familiar with like fantasy football, you do drafts, kind of fancy drafts and stuff like that. You do mock drafts to get ready. So this year, what we're doing is our second year of the candy draft. So each one of us, all part of the Nerd Huddle, are coming together, and then we pretty much draft the best Halloween candies. So obviously we can't pick a second one. We're gonna do that on the Nerd Huddle channel on Saturday. I think Saturday. So Martin was pretty hyped because Martin like a month ago, he's like, hey, what if we do this? I was like, I completely forgot about
him with the worst candy of all time.
Not the worst.
It is
Milk
literally
Duds.
Milk Duds.
Milk
Does anyone like Milk Duds besides you? No one. Milk Duds is the candy when you buy the pack of candy that you leave in the bag. You don't even you don't take it out. You don't even throw it away. You just leave it in the bag.
No. That's the first thing. That's the first thing I grab. Milk Duds are the best because then you can freeze them and they become like a little.
A Milk Duds, and then he eats the hard candies. He keeps hard candies without wrappers on it in his pocket at all times.
Because when I came down here and I put my jacket back on, and I'm like,
yes, the whole hard candy is.
And I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna see you later.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
No, they're Starburst, so they're not like hard, but I like chewy. So yeah, I'm not like that kid. You ever seen that kid who had the Jolly Ranchers and like he's eating it like, he goes, man, there ain't no red ones here. I was like, why are you eating it like that?
Oh man, that's funny.
So yeah, he's pretty pissed because he hated Milk Duds. I'm like, y'all don't know, man. Milk Duds are good. I don't know what you're talking about. The taffy.
I'm still mad at y'all hating on payday. So Eric, it's a terrible again. You guys are terrible candy choosers. It's just the worst.
Oh my god. Well, one thing, like, Mark is out in Arizona. He never had Boston baked beans. Yeah. So he's like, I don't want to eat beans. I'm like, they're not beans. That's what they're called, man.
Candy coated peanuts. They're good.
Amazing. Yes. They're amazing. We still need to send them some.
I was thinking about it. I think I'm going to the store because we got to send all this stuff out, and I'm going to send them tomorrow. Boston baked beans. At least I'm sending to Marty. I know I have Marty's address.
Man, I got guys. I need to. There's the Ferreira Pan, which is the place that makes them fresh. It's not too far from my house. Maybe tomorrow I'll go pick up some fresh.
That would be so cool, and for them to get it on Monday.
Yeah, because then you get cherry heads, lemon heads. Like
I would throw that. Whatever you got to do that. That would be great.
I'll throw in a box of Milk Duds.
Bars will be like, take this stuff back. Or if he puts an envelope, he says "Return to sender."
Yeah, that's funny. But we were all like, "What Boston baked beans?" Come on, man.
So good.
I'll say he's out in Arizona, so he don't know about that.
I still want some Boston baked beans.
Yeah,
that
always,
dude. I mean, you liking Milk Duds is like me liking Neckos. I don't know if you guys know what Neckos are. Are they the little things?
Those are nasty. What are you talking?
So are Milk Duds.
No, man. At least Milk Duds, they got chocolate. They got some flavor. Like
so, Neckos got chocolate too.
You gotta say Milk Duds are bad, but say Neckos.
I don't like either. Yeah, no Milk Duds, no nothing.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So check out. I think Saturday night. That's gonna be fun. I'm setting up a a room so it looks a little bit better. Because last year we just had like an Excel sheet that was kind of boring. This year I'm gonna have a little list and all that stuff, so it'll be cool.
That's all right. I'm gonna have the candies with me. And you guys are gonna hate on almond joys, but I'm gonna be eating almond joys the whole day. Those I love almond joys.
I don't
I like Three Musketeers. I like Milky Ways.
I like all that. Yeah. I can see you as like you're gonna have like the draft every time it's Brian's like ding 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 ding, and like play the little chime. Is like for my first pick, I'm picking where.
Oh, we definitely doing that. That's great.
That is good. All right, man.
All right.
Jesus,
we need at least do Tales of the Jedi before.
Oh, for sure. So anybody watching, all the links for all the Nerd Huddle shows are down in the description. So check that out. Oh man, that went off the rails.
That's what we do.
Yeah, exactly. I said it. Cool. All right, welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Tim Kramer. I'm with Brian.
How's it going, guys?
Cool, man. So we got some new Star Wars stuff. So that's not Andor. And the biggest complaint
this stuff is actually Star Wars.
I was gonna say there's actual force and lightsabers and stuff like that in this one.
Exactly.
So we're talking Tales of the Jedi. It came out the other day from recording this
Wednesday.
Now. Yeah, Wednesday, the 26th. I was surprised all the episodes came out at once, but each episode was like 15 to 20 minutes somewhere, I think. So very quick, easy to watch. So just a quick rundown of what this season was about. It was pretty much around Ahsoka Tano and around Count Dooku. Ahsoka from being born to later in her life before the Rebel show, and then Dooku was as a Jedi slowly becoming a Sith. None of that spoilers, but yeah.
What did you think about Dooku?
He's a very complicated character. I know that for sure. I always liked him because he's never full Sith. You know what I mean? Like he just aligned his beliefs with him because he was so far away from the Jedi Order.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like he's like, I really don't like you guys. I like him, or I don't like him, but I don't like him as much as you know. So it's like
he said, I've been a Jedi and I've seen what you guys have done, and you've gone so far from where a Jedi should be.
Yeah.
The only thing I could do is go on the other end. At least have freedom, and you have the freedom to choose.
Yeah. So he's always been a very complicated character, you know, especially with Qui-Gon Jinn, you know, being his apprentice and stuff like that, which obviously plays a big role in the prequels, you know, what happens with Qui-Gon, and then, you know, we get Count Dooku in the second and, well, most the second and third one. Yeah, mostly in the second one. The third one really quick until, you know, he loses his head. So Anakin's like, snip, snip.
I mean, you talk about him. I mean, it's almost like you see a progression. So you see Count Dooku how he does, and you see Anakin how he does what he does.
Yeah.
And remember, Ahsoka is his Padawan.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's just, you know, you see that's how it works together very well, and see these two Jedi turn into Sith was really interesting.
Yeah, between Anakin and Dooku. Yeah, that's really cool. But I don't know, what were some parts that you liked about the show?
I loved Ahsoka. Just everything with Ahsoka, I loved all of it. From the baby and having the saber-toothed tiger about to eat her, and her as a baby, like a 1-year-old, have her hand out. I'm like, that is the coldest thing. And then the saber-toothed tiger brings her back to the village.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? You are now officially like the greatest one ever. That was the greatest 1-year-old I've ever seen. Like, that was so cool. I enjoyed just what her parents were doing, like, and how they accepted her, and how the elder knew what she was. She's Jedi. Ahsoka is Jedi. Yeah,
right off the bat.
That was so cool. That entire thing was great. And as I said, Dooku, the story made me like understand him a lot more, and totally understand where he's coming from and where this why it's going this way, why he became who he became, and seeing the flaws in the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
And of course, I also love Mace Windu being in it because that's going to be my Halloween costume. So I thought that's pretty cool.
But it was Mace before he was on the console, which was cool.
Yep.
You know,
him saying like I didn't even want to be on the console, but so I'm going to be Mace Windu, but you can't see this yet. But I'm going to have Yoda too.
Yoda. Throw a wig on it, be Yaddle.
What did you think about that too? What did you think about Yaddle?
That was pretty cool. So that was Bryce Dallas Howard was the voice of Yaddle, who she directed a lot of cool episodes of The Mandalorian. You know, so
I'm a Bryce Dallas Howard fan. So
oh yeah, I mean her like godfather uncle is George Lucas. So yeah, you know, it's like so so she knows George Lucas on a very personal level, which is always super cool because then
Uncle George.
Yeah, right.
George.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm a fan of her. She's always really cool. But that was a cool episode, a very cool episode. I liked how I like after watching it, I kind of go and see what other people are saying and talking about, and they're like, oh, so Yoda is just a rhyming like saying shit backwards on purpose. Like he just wants to be an asshole.
She's just fine. What are you talking about?
She's fine. It's like
little did they know Yoda used to play football, and he got hit one too many times, got one concussion, and now he thinks he speaks like that. Speaks like that. He does.
Somebody said I'm like, did he have a stroke at some point in his life? And that's it. I was like that would explain it. But
that would.
but that was cool. But the whole fight scene was really cool.
I was very disappointed that she died. I was disappointed that Count Dooku killed her right there.
Yeah. But at least it gives her story in that, because so many people were like, "Oh, where's Yaddle? Like she left the console after because that episode happened after episode 1, but before episode 2. So she decided to leave the Jedi Council
because she agreed with Dooku that it's not right. The way we're doing things is not right, and he still killed her.
Yeah, but she also was didn't agree with him. Like, hey, you don't need to kill everybody to prove your point.
You also don't go to a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
So,
but that was a good episode. That was probably my second favorite. That's probably my second favorite episode of the 6 of them. There's only 6 episodes.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that one a lot.
I enjoyed all the Ahsoka though. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
They did with the whole thing with Anakin, the training montage, and that was super cool. And then even seeing him she's getting it now. She's getting it was really cool.
Yeah. But I even liked how they linked it to the newest season that came out, season 7, where they're pretty much hunting her after Order 66, but Rex has the chip removed, so he's helping her. And I was like, oh yeah, I was like, that's cool. I was like it's funny, it's he trained her so that he couldn't even capture her, because that was the whole point. It was now he's part of the bad guys, and the bad guys are killing all the Jedi, so but he trained her so well that she was able to get away out of it. So I was like, it's very deep when you think about it, but it's just cool on the surface level.
But honestly, this made me can't wait to see Ahsoka. I want to see so much more. I want to know so much more. I mean, that idea of the great Jedi is awesome to me. Makes more sense to me.
They haven't officially said it in canon, I don't think.
No, and that's why I'm hoping that they do.
Yeah, but oh man, when she meets the Inquisitor.
Yep.
Who I like that one. Also, I already knew what was gonna happen. That little bastard ratted her out and then got everyone killed. And but then I'm so she already knows how to turn other sabers off at that point, because when they came in, he went to go and she just grabbed it and wham, turned it off. You see he's like what? And she's like, mine, and you're dead. Yeah, she's a badass, man. She's a badass. But yeah, hers was
more interesting. I mean,
the better of the
Dooku,
two, I think.
Well, Count Dooku was really cool to understand a character that we didn't know much about. Like, or we knew a lot about, but really didn't get to see him become who he was, understand why he's thinking the way he did, and that he's not all wrong. Those are the best bad guys. The best bad guys are the ones who are not all wrong. They just decide to do it the wrong way.
Yeah.
They're more complex. And seeing that made me enjoy him more. But then as soon as he turned Sith Lord, I was turned off again.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, luckily they did that right at the end.
Yeah.
So I was like, but I mean, the rest of his was pretty cool because even the first part where and you see him get older too. Like the first time, he was helping out the poor people. He was a little younger, he didn't have a full beard that was like a sideburn and like a little goatee or whatever it was. Yeah. But even that was young the young Qui-Gon was there, and he even like threw Qui-Gon back, and I was like, oh, okay, you got a little crazy there, man. So,
but then Qui-Gon was able to calm him down, show how wise he was already.
Yeah,
and I thought that was really cool, and seeing Qui-Gon made me appreciate him even more. Seeing Qui-Gon get older. And knowing Obi-Wan, he's talking about his Padme. That was so cool. So, I would love to see him one day. Maybe not.
Yeah. Well, he does.
He does. Yeah, I know.
But right before his head gets cut off.
Not the good time.
Yeah.
You did meet him one day.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, his was cool. Hers was way better. Hers, like Ahsoka's episodes were
her
more.
Story is better. You enjoy it and seeing it from the baby.
Yeah,
I was like, why does the baby have to go out with you? Why you gotta be by yourself with the baby?
I know, right? Yeah, yeah. But even then, like when the mom killed the kangaroo deer looking thing, and she was gonna kill. She goes, "Oh, you need to face death." You could tell, like baby Ahsoka was like, "This ain't right." You know what I mean? So it was kind of interesting.
I just thought that was really cool that they decided to do that way. That they show in their in their culture, death is just a part of life, and they're basically teaching her from that. But soon as Ahsoka was gone, F that death stuff. I want Ahsoka back.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I liked it all. I mean, I was even surprised. Was that last one of her story arc where she's at Padme's funeral?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I'm like, yeah, they were friends.
And I knew her. Yeah, I knew her.
Yeah.
Wow.
So. And
it makes sense. I mean, she was his Padawan. I mean, she was around. She knows what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. So it really builds up Ahsoka.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I like the Count Dooku stuff. That was cool, but it just made me more hyped for the Ahsoka show.
Yeah,
and I cannot wait for the Ahsoka show. Yeah. Any parts that you were like, about, kind of iffy, didn't really care for?
No. Well, okay. My only thing was, so what's her name again? The Yoda Yaddle. Why didn't Yaddle, if she was going to pull the wall back up and go out, why would she go inside? Why wouldn't she go outside and like float away? Like, I don't understand.
That's what I saw. Like she's holding it up and then she's like, oh, I can't do it, and this falls.
Like, why don't you pull the other way? Like, just go on the outside and find a way. I mean, you saw what happened with Leia. She was able to float through space. So I mean, just saying, you might be able to float to your ship. Get away.
Yeah, just let let Jesus take the wheel, and she just like just flies. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. That was kind of like that part. It was like, I'm like, oh, of course she falls forward. I'm trying to think. I don't know. It was all like really, really, really cool. Because I was hooked like the entire show. There was no part where I'm like, oh, this is kind of boring.
No, it wasn't boring at all. The whole thing was a good story.
Yeah.
I mean, you understood that little boy was going to try to turn in Ahsoka. We knew that. She knew it.
Oh yeah.
She didn't even run.
Yeah. That was kind of annoying. Also, like, well, I did find the one thing annoying is like the girl in the village, with that last Ahsoka episode. Was like, I'm like, we're getting hunted down. Can you stop saying like, right, Jedi? Like,
Jedi.
shut up. Like, she was, I
And
don't
then
know
the
what you're
boys
talking
just
about.
they're leaving off, and the boys like, "May the force be with you." I'm like, you bitch. So I just
Kill the-
kept thinking like,
yeah.
you asshole. Like,
Yeah. But I mean, something like that kind of like, I think they're starting to show more people in the newer stories of the Star Wars universe that there's more people that are really accepting of the Empire. You know what I mean? Because we had the little boy in this one, we got the guy in Andor, in the Obi-Wan show. We had the guy who drove that bus.
yep.
It was like, oh yeah, we love the Empire. It was all like,
I don't know if it was like they loved the Empire board. They thought that they could get ahead by doing what the Empire wants.
possibly. I mean, the guy from the Kenobi show, he seemed like he was like all for the Empire. He's like, oh yeah, they're finally gonna put the rules down and everyone's gonna be happy and in peace. And
I don't know. He's getting by happy in peace. He seemed like one of those dudes.
yeah.
One of those.
Yeah. So, but we are seeing people more cool with the Empire about it all, which I was like, it's really interesting. I mean, granted, after they're like, yay, Empire, the next scene is them dead. Like, so
But yay, Empire. Let's burn all the everything.
Yeah. Is that maybe a hint at what's gonna happen in Andor?
I think so.
I didn't even think about that. So right now,
But you know what? It was really cool to see something that felt, a different story in a world of Star Wars that felt like Star Wars. I enjoyed it, but I also enjoyed it being such, edible bites. Like you can watch it, enjoy it, and it's not going to ruin your day. It's not going to lead your day. It's going to just be part of it. Like you can watch it and then keep on going. Hour 20 minutes, you're done.
Yeah, watch a few episodes for lunch, come home, relax, watch a couple more episodes.
Exactly.
Yeah. I did like that. Sometimes I don't mind the hour-long episodes. Sometimes you need it. With this, I thought it was perfect.
Yeah, good quick hitters, and after all that's an hour and a half, and you're like, I enjoy myself.
Yeah. So with that being said, when we rate Tales of the Jedi season 1, so now means you got to watch it right now. Later you can wait till you're on the washing dishes and throw it on in the background or something like that. Never means don't even waste your time. What are you giving it?
I'm gonna say you should have already watched it, and if you haven't, you need to stop what you're doing right now and watch it now. I enjoyed it that much, especially the Ahsoka. The Ahsoka part was so good. I feel like I needed that. I needed that story.
Yeah.
And of course, you mean me having girls, seeing a baby girl hits me right here. Just hits us immediately.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a now as well, man. It was really well done. Probably one of the better Star Wars things to come out in a while. I don't know. Because I like all the Star Wars stuff, but some is better than other.
Better than the Bad Batch. I thought it was better than a lot of these things. Like,
I think it's because of Ahsoka.
Because
if you're
Ahsoka
a
was
fan,
exactly.
If you're a fan of Ahsoka, I think you really, really will enjoy it. And then you sprinkle on a little Count Dooku in there, a little evil.
I mean, but seeing him transition, it was really cool. And as I said, Mace Windu, and then him making actual good points about the council.
Yeah. And man, that's there's something really interesting I just thought of right now is he turned and he was justifiable in turning. She also, if she wanted to become evil, Ahsoka could have easily turned to the dark side. She had every right. The Jedi turned on her. They blamed her for killing somebody, and
she had nothing to do with.
Yeah,
and she could have, but she just decided not to because that's not who she was. And I think that's also the way she was raised. Just did not coincide with that.
Yeah. So I liked it, but yeah, we're both giving it a now. But we liked it. If you're a Star Wars fan, I think you're gonna like this. Especially if you're a Dave Filoni animated show fan, you're really gonna like it. They bring back the voices, So Ashley Eckhart, I think, is the voice of Ahsoka. They bring her back and love it. So I want to see her somewhere in the Ahsoka show though, because she is the voice of Ahsoka for so long. Rosario Dawson is killing it. But
Rosario Dawson looks exactly like her. So it's just And I like Rosario Dawson. Like literally,
she's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, she is like perfect for me. So I'm whatever.
Yeah. But I do want to say I do want to see Ashley Eckhart in it somewhere for sure. So, cool. But let us know what you thought of Tales of the Jedi. Are you kind of over all of the Disney Plus Jedi, Star Wars stuff, like a lot of fans are? I don't want to call anybody out, but I read a comment on Twitter that, hey, I canceled my Disney Plus subscription because I don't care anymore. Is it worth getting back? Let us know. Are you gonna get Disney Plus again? Are you gonna borrow somebody's password or login or whatever? But yeah,
I think you should. So
yeah, I do. But cool. Just leave a comment. Let us know what you guys thought. And that's it for this one. Stick around if you're watching live. We will see you guys in the next video.
See you guys.
Cool. So did you watch the Guardians?
Yeah, but it was so quick. I was just doing it for him. I think we should watch it and put out a real video.
Okay.
Oh man, I was just trying to make it work.
You put it on because of him?
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was looking through trailers and I saw and I was like, "Is that John Campea?" All right, let's say something immediately. Oh boy, you have no idea. I was like, I can't believe this right now.
Well, I don't know if you saw, because I know you were doing the Smile review, and I'm looking at, I'm like,
I saw your face.
Like, what the hell?
I was like, oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, this really just happened.
Oh man,
that was so funny.
That's super cool. At least House of Nerd saw that in chat as well, and he's like, wait, what
the hell just happened? Yeah, that's why I was saying the whole time, what the hell just happened? I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah, but yeah, I like John Campea, man. He's I know he had a lot of whatever, but yeah, he's always for me been
You're
a
always
guy.
gonna have people that are gonna be haters and I like stuff because you're doing good things. But he's been doing it for so years. He's an OG. We wouldn't be doing this stuff without him. So I mean, I think people just need to get over themselves sometimes.
You know what? That's really true. Like a lot of this online YouTube movie critics, he was one of the OGs, like you said. We wouldn't really be doing it with if he didn't pave the way
and continue to do it and continue to do this stuff. I mean, it's almost cool because you're having a conversation and you're able to do these things and just share your opinion along with I like the way he does it personally.
I do too. Now he's got his own people and it's his, which I'm always a big fan of too. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
I get sometimes you got to work for the big companies and get the insider and stuff like that. Obviously he was with AMC for a while, and I think that's where a lot of people found him. Was when he was doing the AMC. Was it AMC Insider or AMC?
Insider. It's AMC Insider.
Yeah. And I was super glad. I'm like, oh, he's going on his own. Good. I'm always for like that because then no one can really edit you. You know what I mean? Like you can say what you want to say and not have to worry about like the company like, whoa, you need to apologize to this sponsor or that or stuff like that. So I did appreciate that. But yeah, man, I'd say go check him out. He always puts on good stuff. And he's kind of like exactly how we do ours, one long live show and then chop it up. But man, whoever's on his team is like, as soon as their show's over, it's
They're
like
done.
Here's all like the chopped up episodes. Like, damn,
I feel like
way to do
they're
it.
doing it while it's going.
For sure.
Like-
Sure. They're probably, it looks like they're probably using OBS. Which is, it's a lot of nerdy talk, but it's another way to record stuff. Like StreamYard, like what we use, is very simple and it's online and stuff. OBS, they're all in there, so you can actually record and stop and edit and stuff like that while you're up. And he has probably a lot better equipment than our Blue
computer.
Yeti mic and our computer stuff like that. But yeah, for sure, there's somebody probably sitting there editing. Is like, all right, this is. It's all planned out and stuff where we get off the rails a lot. They tend to stay on track. All right.
Even if they get off the rails, they go quickly.
Yeah. Well, I know like a lot is today's episode. They were talking a lot about the Wakanda Forever reactions and stuff like that. So I like how they save their questions at the end. The people who do like the super chats and stuff like that. So it's always like super fun. That's why I'm like, oh, one day, hopefully,
guys,
super chats. We can get super chats, super chats, and people can like subscribe, stuff like that. I do want to do a Patreon though, because I think that's the way to go. But
hey, we're at 433, so I'm all for it.
I know what we got 2 people from today. Nice.
Yep, from when I was sitting there not paying attention.
They just like the Gandalf thing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I need to get some more, man. Martin makes some good ones. I got to make some good ones to match his. All right, you want to end it with this Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special?
Yep, that'll be our last one.
All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tink Kramer. I'm with Brian the Grizzly.
How's it going, guys?
All right, and we're gonna watch this new trailer that just dropped. Another Marvel Studios special presentation. This one is the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
I love it. I already saw it, guys. I loved it. I can't wait to watch this with you.
Yeah, let's watch it and then we'll talk about it a little bit. CC's on. Hold on, I don't know why my quality always craps out like super low.
I just saw on the calendar that right now on Earth, it's almost Christmas time.
We don't have time for trivialities like Christmas.
But Peter's so sad about Gamora being gone. Maybe if we go to Earth for a really wonderful Christmas gift, it would make him happy.
That's lovely.
Something special he will never forget.
What about someone special?
We're looking for the legendary Kevin Bacon.
We're looking for the legendary Kevin Bacon.
I just said that, Drax.
Your voice is small and mousy. I think maybe he didn't hear you. You're coming with us as a Christmas present. I'm Groot.
Cosmo. Introducing Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. So about a month from now.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. Just the fact that it's Kevin Bacon is hilarious.
That was surprising. I did not think that was gonna happen. Like, it went from just being a joke, like a one-line joke, to now it's like a plot of a show.
It wasn't really a long line because he talked about the whole thing. He was like, this one movie, Footloose, it's Kevin Bacon bringing in the whole town together in the way he danced. And it just was such a good story. And the fact that they remember that and it stuck with them and that they're going to bring Kevin Bacon to him. That is awesome.
Yeah. So it's funny, man. It's funny, and all the people want to talk shit about James Gunn and Guardians. Guardians I love number 2. It wasn't as good as number 1, but I love number 2. The Guardians in all of the MCU is probably my favorite set of movies so far. This looks like it's going to add on to it. And then number 3, I can't wait because I think number 3 is going to be real emotional.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man's up there. Ant-Man is
Ant-Man's my
up
number
there.
one. Guardians is number two. Like those are the two ones that they come on. I watch immediately. I stop wherever I'm doing.
Yeah.
Flip through the channel. I'm saying, oh, sorry, Guardians. She's like, you saw it last week. Yes, I know.
That was last week.
I haven't seen it this week, obviously.
Yeah. But every time, like, you know, the I Am Groot special was good. You know, I didn't really know what to expect with that. That was fun. This one too, like, I was like, okay, it's gonna be a holiday in space. Like, you know, I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll see what happens. You know, James Gunn does weird stuff, so let's see. And then the trailer came out. And I'm like, yes.
Yes, please, sir. I want some more. Yes.
Yeah. It's my little MCU bucket. Yeah, but this one kind of got me here. It's a screenshot with Groot.
Look at his little face, the big body.
Yeah, so he's like, is he like a adolescent, kind of like teenager?
He was already a teenager. Last time he was like, I am Groot. And he had all those vines all over the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's a young adult here. Like, I'm almost there.
Yeah. So, which is cool, but I it's kind of like, because he got like these big shoulders, a big chest, but little head, you know, with a big body, like you said.
Look, you look like Marvin. He's gonna beat me up.
But so one thing, do you find it weird that Drax is wearing a
clothes?
Yeah, he's not shirtless. Does that bother you?
Not at all.
No. Yeah,
it's fun. It's fun. I think and what's more Christmassy. Well, I like when he's having the sweater on. But yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cold too. Like, come on, guys.
It makes sense.
This is wintertime.
Yeah. I mean, there's like this, you know, like
he's around people. They're not going to just let you walk around without a shirt on.
That's true. So, and I forgot. I was like, oh yeah, they were dusted during the blip.
Yep.
So they didn't get to experience like Earth and stuff like that. But I think a lot of Earth people, you know, at least the ones that stayed around, they're like, oh,
aliens, whatever.
Yeah, we're used to that. You know, like, oh, we saw a talking raccoon. We're cool with you.
Oh yeah, you know, yeah. They're one of them guys. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. You know,
I'm excited. Honestly, watching this has made me more excited. I can't wait to see them bring Kevin Bacon. Just more than anything.
Yeah. It's gonna be a fun, and it's a special. If this one, which it looks like it will, knocks it out of the park, that means they're 2 for 2 with these special presentations. Is this gonna be the way, the new wave for Marvel? They're like, you know what? We're done with the shows. Let's do little mini movies.
No, I think it'll be something they can do for every holiday. So they'll do one for Valentine's Day. Do one for Easter. Like those would be like those type of things.
Yeah, I mean, well, Werewolf by Night was a special presentation.
Yeah, but it's also right around Halloween.
That's true. Yeah, I guess I didn't even think about that, but I don't know. I'd rather see. I think Miss Marvel, with being an hour long, would have been probably pretty cool compared to being the episodes. I don't know. I liked Miss Marvel with all the episodes, but you can cut off some of the fat. I think some of these shows. So
no, it's like I don't think She-Hulk would have been a good special presentation.
Oh, I think it would have been great because there's really only 3 episodes that mattered. Right there goes an hour.
I think you'll need 4 to 5, and they would have ran together so much you wouldn't be able to have the cameos, and it would have been.
I don't know.
I think it should have been 6 episodes, but I think you still needed more like Loki than it is the other stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know. I can see because there's rumors Nova's gonna get a special presentation. Silver Surfer might get one.
I'll like Silver Surfer, especially if you do it before Fantastic Four.
Yeah. So this might be a way that they introduce a lot of people. It's an hour long, one and done. I don't know. because this looks like it's gonna knock it out of the park, but we'll see.
I don't know. I want to know what do you guys think about it. So if you're watching the video, you guys have an opinion on this. Why don't you put some comments out there? Let us know. We'll definitely answer your comments. We'll love to hear what you guys have to say. If you're watching the stream, please like, subscribe, and also check out our 400 subscriber giveaway. We're going to pick a winner on Monday on Halloween on a live show. So want to see you guys do these things. Please look at our video and tell us what you think.
Yeah. Cool. But that is it for this episode. We'll see you guys in the next one.
See you guys. Thanks.
All right. Cool.
You know what I should have done? I should have said, "Well, Tank's gone. It's time for my Batman talk." Well, John Campion started arguing with me right then. Because this is the Batman.
Because I probably look like crap right now. My internet's going out. Because on today's show, his normal producer guy is gone, either on vacation or whatever. So he had the newer ladies doing it, and they brought it up. When they brought it up, I laughed because she's like, "Oh yeah, no, Batman's my favorite hero," and then one of somebody else is like, "Oh yeah, same, he's great." And then I'm like, that was Brian. I'm like, "Oh my god."
Can you imagine if I was like, he's not a superhero? It's like literally, I want to do that on one of the big shows where I can get in the chat and just do that, and people just go, whoa, like it blows up. That's that's why me and Martin get along right there, because we just do things just to see the world burn.
That's fun.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes!
That's you when people get all angry.
It's so bad. That's so funny. Because I don't care. It's fine. I have my own opinions and whatever. But people get so upset. It's like, yes, this is perfect. This is what I wanted all the time.
Yeah. People get so mad about a lot of things, because like that's the thing. Is like it's just our opinion. Whatever. If we think a movie sucks, or we think something sucks, or it's good, man, we get comments. I know you see it. In there, saying like, "Oh, you guys are stupid for liking this," or you guys don't get it. This is great. I was like, huh? I don't know what to say.
I get it. I just don't care.
Yeah.
I get it. I just think it is not meant to be good. God, it's just not what it is.
Yeah. So that's kind of funny, but cool, man. Anything else?
No. I had to fake it for 30 minutes, so that was so bad. I'm so bad. I'm so upset. I wish I could have told John Campion, no, this is not how bad it really is. Usually we're much better than this.
Yeah. Like there's a baby crying somewhere over there, and the other guy was tired.
I'm sitting there looking at my phone. Just like, oh, that's so bad.
That's funny. It happens at times. I think that's it.
Yeah. So.
Oh wait, there was one more thing I wanted to show you. I don't know if you saw it. I don't think I shared it. So it's Martin Lawrence. He goes, "How are you? How old are you?" And he's like 16. Motherfucker, you look 30. That made me laugh. Did I post? I might have posted. I don't even remember what I post half of the time. I'm on our Facebook group.
I saw that earlier. I think I saw that yesterday. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
16. You look 30.
And I remember me saying that. I was like, why does all his siblings and cousins all look around 16? And he's like out here
like a grown man. He looks just like Damon.
Yeah.
Like, you two are the brothers. It doesn't make any sense.
But he's the younger brother of Aegon, and Aegon looks young, and this guy, I don't get it. I was
like, man, you see it don't look like silver hair. That's gray hair.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah, right.
Did R.R. Martin ever say what disease The series had.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
There you go. I know. Whenever you say his name, that's gotta be it. I don't know if he said. Maybe that was probably some not rabies.
No, I saw some long name, and it said it came from the first Nick.
Yeah. Like tetanus or something. That's what I would assume.
No, it said. Let's see if I can find it.
But also, so we were talking about Green Lantern. He's Green Lantern was trending on Twitter right now.
Wow. Oh, it could be leprosy.
Leprosy. Well, isn't that super contagious though? Wouldn't like everyone in the castle be dead?
They said, but it goes so long. It has a long form of leprosy.
Okay, I don't know too much about that disease, so
He said he's not actually old when he's dying. He looks old. Feels like he was the Tales of the Crypt Keeper. And he was actually only 25 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, here this one not too William Jackson Harper will be has been cast in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. His role remains closely guarded secret.
Huh.
Somebody said he's just in it as a nobody. Somebody's saying like it's a big role, stuff like that. So
I like him. I mean, what was the thing I was watching?
The Good Place.
Yeah, The Good Place. Exactly.
Amazing. I love The Good Place. That show had everyone off guard, like how great it was going to be for every single season. Perfect ending. Chidi, right? That's his name.
Yeah, Chidi.
Yeah, and he's like super ripped. You find out later, like he takes off his shirt. He's like, oh, he's got a 6-pack and
but I mean, it doesn't even matter honestly, because when you're next to everyone looks smaller.
when you're next to like normal people. But I heard everything from so far. I heard him being just a guard, a leader of a group, just somebody in the background, all the way to Iron Lad. You know, like everything in between.
It's like, okay.
yeah, legit. So,
or being another Jonathan Majors, be another
variant.
A variant, yeah.
Maybe like a young variant would be cool. You know, or maybe a flashback. I can see that. Maybe he's a younger version of Kang, because Jonathan Majors looks pretty beat up with the scars on his face, and he's, you know, a big dude and stuff like that. I can see him being like a younger version of
It's back when I was
Kang.
23.
Yeah. Like for you, that was last week. For me, it was 100 years ago.
Which is also 300 years in the past.
Yeah.
Which is 400 years in your future.
What?
You're welcome.
And then this is kind of out. I don't know how true it is yet, but that Vision's gonna get his own spin-off series called Vision Quest, which, if that's the name, that's the stupidest fucking name ever. That's the stupidest name.
Oh my god.
Oh man. But yeah, I guess the writers are gonna be coming together and they're gonna start filling out stuff. But find himself and connect to the original Vision, or on a quest to find Wanda and see where she is and brings her back. Which I can see maybe both. I can see him wanting to find out who he is and knowing Wanda knows that. So in order to find out who he is, he needs to go find Wanda.
Well, that's why he left, to go find out who he is, and he left Wanda. So like, why would he now go? Like, why would you leave in the first place? You're a computer. You can compute that in like no time.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the other Vision kind of broke his mind. So
that's true.
That show. So we'll see. But oh man, that's about it. I saw those last couple things.
Well, I'm definitely going to be putting this blog out soon. So I was actually working on it at work. So don't tell nobody.
Nice. Yeah, you gotta show me how how to log in and do all that stuff.
Yeah,
I'll write a couple reviews.
I'll send you the login in the morning.
Yeah. Twitter's wild, man. And you go from some very useful
information
to like. Well, this is obviously not going to be shown, but it says when my girl sends me ass pics. It's like, I mean, you can literally put that as like, like when Pokemon Go doesn't catch, doesn't catch whatever. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's why Twitter is like, oh,
undefeated.
Here, Superman and T'Challa, and then that.
And then Kanye, which I don't know which one's the lowest one.
Oh god, I've been trying to stay away from the Kanye stuff because that can easily take over your feed.
Exactly. As soon as you put anything in there, you lost.
You don't even type in West. You just type in like, I need to go north. Kanye West. Like, close enough.
Do you want more posts like this? No. You say yes.
But all right, man. But cool. Let me get out of here. And also, nonstop. All I've been getting is like people making fun of Russell Wilson on the plane, like nonstop, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious. There's one. Let me see if I can find it real quick. On the Nerd Huddle that I replied to, because you ever seen the meme of that one guy? He's like, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw. No, it's not that one. It's.
Let's see. We go on my profile. There's this one. Like everyone's doing that. There's this one, which is really good. Russell Wilson in the aisle. And he's going fast because he's going pretty normal. Well, I don't know. They're kind of some of the guys move fast, but yeah. There's just a few ones. There's that one. This one.
Let's ride. Let's ride.
That was funny. This one though is like here's Russell Wilson in the plane.
I love you, George. Jesus Christ! Check that! I'm righteousness! Jesus Christ!
That's Russell Wilson right there.
Yeah. At one of my last jobs, I was doing that. Like walk in, Jesus Christ! like everyone's walking in and like.
If you pop lock, I'll die laughing.
Oh, I didn't pop lock, but it was like everyone in there. Like whenever they got a sale, I love you, Jesus Christ! Got a slash sale. Oh man, but cool. Cool, man. All right, I'm out of here, man.
Yeah, I'm too. I'm tired.
All right. Yeah, 2.5 hours. Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right. Thanks everyone who got in the comments, and we'll see you guys later.
Yes, later. Oh, I was like way far away from our goodbye.